petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, we're back with another episode with our mini motos reading y'all's stories. And it's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good, y'all?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby.
Hello, it's Jori Alia.
Hey y'all, happy pre-Thanksgiving. It's your girl Shelly Shell. Happy Turkey Day.
Hey everyone, it's just Nick checking in again, and I'm gonna kick it off with our first motto. So this person wrote in, it's called I'm Trying to Elevate and He Isn't. Hey lovely ladies, new listener here, and I wanted to say your show is very enjoyable. So happy I found this podcast.
Thank you.
So here's the deal. I'm currently in a relationship with an older man and have been about for a year and a half now. He's about 14 years older than me. For the most part, everything's good, but I begin to notice some things. I'm in school to get my master's degree and I've got a few months left. He was one of the main people encouraging me to go back, and I'm very grateful that he did. I've talked to him about going back, but he wasn't interested. Recently, we're having a convo about people using AI for assignments, and he made a comment that I wasn't sure how to feel about. He said, I want to say something without offending you, but I can see how a lot of dumbass people have mastered. At the moment,
What the fuck?
I didn't say much, but later when I thought about it, it did make me feel some type of way. Maybe I'm too sensitive, but that's just something I wouldn't tell a Black woman who's trying to reach her academic goals. He has been very transparent since the beginning that his credit isn't the best and mine wasn't either. Over the last few months, I've been able to pay off some debt and boost my credit score. We've had conversations about it, but yet he hasn't done anything to fix it. I'm aware that takes money, but he hasn't looked into payment plans or anything. I would think since he's seen me doing it, then he would do it too. He also makes more than me, so maybe I'm wrong for thinking if I found a way, he can too. My passport has been sitting here for months with no stamps on it, so I'm ready to get up and go. If y'all have any destinations in mind for first time out of country travels, please let me know. LOL. I love traveling by myself, but have to be considerate of the relationship. I've expressed to him how I want to see other places outside the U.S.
Girl, cut that man loose.
Literally,
Like, this is
and the relationship.
Free you, girl.
Even though we've had conversations about it and he wants to travel as well, he hasn't put in the effort to get his passport. I can tell by his attitude that he isn't happy about me wanting to travel by myself. Outside of safety reasons he's expressed, but I think it makes him feel left out. There are a couple more instances that involve positive physical, emotional, and mental changes that I want to have or have started to make, but he hasn't jumped on board. He gets somewhat upset when I want to start or do something by myself, but doesn't put in effort to join me. All he seems to be worried about is living together, which I am in no rush to do. I thought older men were supposed to be different. LOL. Have you dealt with someone like this? And how do you approach this situation? Love y'all.
I'll be honest, girl.
Can you raise a man?
I feel like even him being older and like you're saying all this stuff, I'm getting the ick for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you should continue the relationship.
You don't even like him.
Yeah, you
so
don't. And he doesn't like you. And he's your biggest op right now because he's upset because you want to go travel the world and see it. Go do that. You have a passport. Go. Only thing is stopping you is you and the relationship, and go to Jamaica.
Oh, that's a good one for a first time too. She did ask.
Yeah,
that's
Jamaica.
A good one.
Oh,
Or
Jamaica's
Costa Rica.
Jamaica's a great place
one
to
to
start
start.
first time.
And girl, you
Costa Rica's a good one too, actually.
And like, I think Jamaica's
better,
be like,
but
yeah,
for
your
a first
vibe.
time, yeah.
And solo traveler, I think Jamaica
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Or a
But-
cruise.
You think Jamaica for a solo travel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get some things.
Seems a little dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, but
everywhere.
everywhere's going to be risky because I was going to say Mexico, but I cannot promote that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
If I had to pick somewhere for you to go solo and you would be fine, I would definitely say St. Martin. But I think in Jamaica you have to take a lot of taxis by yourself unless you're going to stay on a resort.
You have to do the same thing as St. Martin.
St. Martin's title literally is the friendly island. So everyone there is more friendly. Y'all, we went to Jamaica and we were having sketchy drivers.
No,
y'all.
yeah, I was
So to
gonna
send
say.
somebody there alone,
Okay.
we have fun. But to go solo, I wouldn't recommend
I
that
think
solo.
the Bahamas would be a good place
I think
too.
you know what?
Bahamas
Somewhere
great.
at a resort.
Bahamas, because it's right across the street from Miami. You can get back to Miami if anything happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, like for
But
sure.
to answer your question, personally think that the whole benefit of dating an older man, especially 14 years older than me,
Yeah,
is
money.
to like be elevated in some type of way. Actually, in every way of my life. So, quite frankly, he should be paying off your debt, but or encouraging you to, or
helping you,
or alleviating certain bills
to be doing that,
or trying to help you get your credit score up. Like
he should be wanting to take you places to travel. He should be like, especially, and the thing is, to be honest with you, I feel like if he makes more money than you and he's not able to pay off his debt, that tells me that's poor money management, because there should be some way. It doesn't matter if you make 30,000 or 100,000. If you have debt, you should be thinking like in the back of your head, like, how can I pay this off? Or trying to like figure out a plan. So I just think that he kind of sounds like he's younger than you, like mentally, and I don't think you're really getting any benefit from him.
Yeah, there's
so
no benefit.
I wouldn't date him, and I personally wouldn't date anyone if I'm coming to them and talking to them about something that has to do with like education or masters, and they make a comment like that.
Yeah.
No.
I definitely think, for me personally, I hate having to be the one to like elevate somebody
else.
or to experience new things, because it's exhausting. Like I want somebody who
To
matches
elevate
the
you,
life that I already have. Like I like to travel,
That
I like to do
part.
this, and if I'm dating somebody who doesn't already do those things, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna date them.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
It's too much stress.
it's too
like
risky.
if I figured out how to travel and live life and do the
You're
things
gonna
that
have to
I
come
want,
with
like
priorities.
I don't want to have to be, I'm taking you on your first trip out the
Yeah.
country. That's actually kind of crazy.
my
I'm not at my
gosh.
age. No, maybe if I was younger, even then, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not
It's so
doing
funny
it.
you said that, because I remember I had the, oh my God, I went to like that. What circus did we go to?
Oh, the Soul Circus.
Soul Circus. And I remember I was talking to this guy about it. And like, he asked me to take him to a circus. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be the reason why you go to the circus for the first time. Sorry. Like,
But my thing is, then if you want to experience that, then take me with you to experience
Thank
the first
you.
time. But to say you take me
Like,
to
I'm
a
like,
circus,
so you
no.
want
You trying to experience new things on my dime? I'm not.
Jori,
Something as simple as that.
I just can't be the person in a relationship who's always initiating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I don't want, I
And
don't
not
want
only that,
to.
like Jori said, I feel like my partner, we have to like the same thing. Like you're gonna have to like traveling as well. Like I don't want to be with somebody
You don't
who
wanna be
wants to be
always the one
in
bringing it up to travel.
No, I'm
And you
sorry.
out here feeling guilty because you don't leave him behind. Leave
Which is like,
him.
he has no passport yet? Oh no. Oh.
Because even like, let's
No.
just say you're 20. Actually, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to say that you're even barely legal. You're 18. If he's 14 years older than you, that makes
Being
him
with-
32. I know.
Okay, I'm not saying.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm just talking about an adult.
At the minimum.
At the very minimum, she has to be at least 18 in my head. So let's say you're dating a 32-year-old. No, none of these things are okay for a 32-year-old.
No.
Let's say you're 20. None of these things are okay for a 34-year-old. Like,
yeah.
not like, you know
But
what I'm
even
saying?
past that, it just sounds like y'all are in two different places in
Yeah.
life. And for
And
you to
he's
be
slowing
younger
you
than
down.
him, it's like
Yeah, that's kinda-
he's not probably gonna get there. It feels like he's very settled, and the fact that he
Yes.
low-key tried to dry hate on like your education
And then like he wants to move in with you to split bills. I can't.
at that big age, like
Insinuating
He
it.
keeps
Context clues.
He keeps saying that all he talks about is wanting to move in together.
Yeah, like he wants to move in. It's like, why does a man like that want to move with you to split bills? Can't do it.
Does he have any degree?
I don't know. Don't
But my
sound
thing
like
is
it.
that. What he say, dumbass, or what he say? What was the
Yeah,
word?
Dumb people have master's degree.
like when I
You don't
graduated.
have one.
I have a master's. AI wasn't around. I'm not dumb, and I use AI
you.
all the time. So
that part.
Now what?
That part.
Like
Uh huh.
yeah, I don't know.
Like-
He just
I wish AI was around when I was in
Girl,
school.
me too. Them papers
I
would have
don't
made
know
sense.
though, because the way these teachers be cracking down on
Oh,
them,
yeah,
it seems
yeah.
like it's almost like turning it into a
Turning it
mid-level.
up.
But not even
No.
just paper. I mean, even the way they dissect their lectures. Like you could have AI just,
Yeah.
interpret your lecture in a whole different way. Like
I'll be honest with y'all. One of the best things I paid for, and I will do it over and over again, is Grammarly.
yeah.
Like,
I use
And they
Grammarly.
have an AI feature now.
yeah,
and I love
that's
it.
all. Grammarly is
Yeah.
all AI. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
you pay for yours. What do
Yeah,
you get
I
the
pay
free
for-
version?
I pay for Grammarly.
I
at
pay
one
for
point. When I was writing my thesis.
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah, so like I pay
Oh,
for it.
wow.
because you put
Yeah.
I use the free version. It works for me.
Oh, see, I use it up to. I just paid for it up to a year, so it allows me like it just does different features.
It gives like more corrections than you would get
more
on the free
corrections,
version.
and then it also allows you to put it into like different like
oh yeah, like as a what's it called? As a
like a theoretical.
toolbar.
Well, no, like
Oh.
it allows you to put it into like if you're trying to tell a story, if you're trying to be informative, if you're
Oh,
trying
I
to.
can do that too.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I got.
But I know
I'll say
with
it's worth it.
when I had the Grammarly, what is it called? When it was built in, like it would do it for anything, even if I wasn't like in the app. It would
Yes,
still, like,
it
check
still does.
everything. So yeah,
Yeah. So it is definitely worth it. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just to go back to the MOTO, I definitely think that he's going to hold you back more than he's going to push you forward. Sounds like
It's a dead
Don't let men
weight.
hold
It
you
sounds
back.
like another bill.
dead weight.
It sounds
Yeah, it is
like
dead weight.
heavy weight left on your back. Just leave it.
I'm really tired. I want
like
like I'm
resentment
tired of this
build.
whole like black women having to carry a man. No,
Or not even just. I feel like it's
Or
just
women
having
too,
to feel
like-
like this is who you have to settle
Yeah.
for, knowing that you guys don't like the same things. You guys are probably not even like equally yoked,
Yeah,
and it's just like feeling that that was
exactly.
ever an option to begin with.
That's
To
what I'm
me,
like-
that's kind of just like.
and also too,
I don't know.
it's like also you have to like start like asking yourself these questions like, why am I like where I'm at right now? Why am I even like looking below? Not
What
saying,
I
You know,
deserve,
like
yeah.
you need to always be either matching or exceeding. Like it cannot ever be a thing where you're looking behind.
Yeah.
That's not how life works. And like, how are you gonna build anything with that? You know? And sorry, I just really don't like that for me and the girls. I don't like it.
For the
It was
girls.
older
need
man,
to
and
start-
like he's just a leech.
Start looking at people in your class.
Yeah,
Or-
true.
Girl, honestly, make friends and open your eye, because like his replacements in those rooms that are dumbasses in it.
Yeah. But above all, I think a lot of times we're programmed to think that something has to happen in order for us to break up with somebody. Like you could break up for not liking how he sneezes at night. To be honest, like it's your prerogative. Like you don't have to be with somebody just because y'all quote unquote like each other. Like if you have a list of reasons, and you're even saying this isn't even all of them. If you have a list of reasons why somebody gives you the ick or why somebody turns you off, like that's a long enough list to leave him. You could have left after the first reason. You know what I mean?
As women, we have to stop trying to save these people. You just can't measure up. It's okay.
I had a conversation with somebody about that recently, and it's like you don't have to have a reason to break up with somebody. Like it's your future, and if you don't like it, you're not obligated to stick it through. Like shit, you can. I think you can break up with somebody and like them, and shit can be good, but you just realize like I don't want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like I think at my age, breaking up amicably is option.
Yeah.
It's optional at this time.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
But
I like
feel
you, but
you
we're
have
not
to-
vibing for
we're
my
just
long term
not
husband.
it.
But I feel like you
Like,
have to give that
I don't-
reason, because if a man breaks up with me and it's just like, I don't have a reason, I just want to break up, then it's like, okay, what the fuck?
Like, no.
But
It's not you, it's me.
But if you then say like, you know, like there's really nothing wrong, but I just don't see like long term with you, then okay, I can
that's
maybe
okay.
handle that a little bit better.
Can you?
No,
that's
then
even
something
worse.
is wrong. Something is wrong. And there's a
I'm
reason
gonna
why
be
you
at
don't
the
see
end
long
of the
term.
tequila
How am I
bottle.
not wifey type? Like,
But I'd rather know that now. I'd rather
No,
somebody tell me
literally.
that now than waste my time
big facts,
and
big
vice
facts.
versa.
Low
Just don't wait. Don't wait 5 years in to tell me that shit. Tell me
No,
at
5
5
years
months.
in,
You want to know what's crazy?
Tell me on the third month.
I honestly, Michelle, I feel that. Do not wait till year
Yeah.
5 to now start fucking talking.
But what if that's
Because that what happens is
I don't give a fuck.
People like,
No,
for
you
instance, her
realize
right
in
now,
6 months.
she has this list now. Now, what will happen is in 4 years, once she has all that resentment from not traveling, all little comments he makes finally builds up and she leaves him, she's going to realize that like the way she feels
It
now,
actually
she
started
felt
from
like
there.
She
the
left
first
a
year.
long time ago, and it's just you were just making excuses.
But what
They
if-
say the things you accept are the things that you regret.
This is very
Like,
true, but I also feel like sometimes you can think that it could be something like really small. Like it could start with the person washes all their clothes together. They don't sort it by color.
No, you're childish. See, I'm already annoyed.
Okay,
We too up for that.
you think that like okay, that's something
not a
that
reason to break up with.
No, we're too.
I don't
old for
have a lot of
that.
white clothes, so I mean anything I have white, I take it to the dry cleaners. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want it to fade. So my other stuff gets thrown together.
Cause
Really?
now I feel
So
like that's
I break-
weaponized incompetence. Because now I have to do all the laundry.
See,
'cause you
I break
refuse to
all my
learn.
stuff up by like darks, lights,
Yeah, me too.
But I also
brights,
think
and
too,
colors,
like,
whites.
reds.
Yeah, like I kind of break it up, and I wash
all, like, the
I wash
colors
towels.
Oh, towels separately.
I wash
yes,
bed
yes.
sheets with bed sheets. Like you know.
I'm talking about when it comes to physical clothes. I don't separate by color because a lot of my stuff is black, so it's not enough to
Okay, so
separate.
you see, like the way you explain it makes sense, but like let's just say that you see that early on, and you're like, okay, like if we went by y'all's philosophy, like if that's something that you don't think long term you can deal with, but it should be a reason to break up.
No.
But why can't they do
But-
their own laundry and I do my own?
Okay, but then look at this. So like, what if that now, like you're thinking, like for me, I'd be thinking like, okay, that's something I can change. But later on, now this turns into like you're actually sloppy, just in general. And you might not see that until a year or two, or like whenever y'all actually start to like spend more time within each other's spaces.
Right.
Then I feel like that is a reason to break up, even though it sucks y'all are 2-3 years in, but something small has now spiraled into something large.
True. Okay, I could kind of see that if maybe like it wasn't like so much how they were separating the clothes, but you just noticed in how they separated clothes and how the laundry ended up being done and like how it all transpired, ended up looking sloppy. I can see how it was a small red flag, but I wouldn't blame myself too much because it's just a red flag. Sometimes when red flags turn into like major red flags, then yeah, definitely did.
Okay, so y'all know that I recently bought a new house and I have really been trying to figure out how to organize it. Like I want to be like that organized girly that y'all see like on Instagram. And right now I'm trying to focus on organizing my garage.
I have the perfect solution for you then. You can go to Amazon and search up smart labels, and it gives you a QR code that you can put on any boxes that you have in your garage, and you can scan items that you put into each of those boxes.
Oh, that's smart.
And so you can go back and scan the QR code to see what's inside the boxes. So it's the perfect way to organize if you want to put stuff back, let's say for Christmas, Halloween, clothes inside of your house. You have a digital image of what's inside of each boxes, and you can get that on Amazon if you search smart labels.
That's perfect, honestly, because I just pulled out my Christmas stuff. So I'm going to go make sure I go on Amazon and check out smart labels. Thanks, girl.
So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next motto. And it's, I'm 35-year-old woman or female. I'm a 35-year-old woman. I want to leave my fiance who's 35 in a few months before the wedding. Any advice? So here's the context. I'm due to get married in a few months and I'm seriously considering backing out. We argue often, we're rarely intimate, and I think I was happier when I was alone. We've been together 5 years, living together for 2, and have no children together. The wedding is all but paid for and my parents have put more into it than we have. My fiance is quite a high earner, whereas I earn just above minimum wage and my parents are retired. Nothing is refundable and it would take me around 3 years to repay my parents. I try to convince myself it's just the stress of planning, anxiety around a new situation, never having been married or living with a partner before, but a big part of me wants to call it off and run away. I've asked for couples counseling, but I can't afford it, and he says he can't either. I genuinely don't have the funds that he could easily pay for, but I guess it's not a priority. Would I be wrong to cancel the wedding at such short notice? Is there any hope for us?
Girl, we can't. This is above my, like, what?
Yeah,
there's just so many different avenues to this.
I think she's rushing on canceling the wedding.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because sometimes, whenever you see something like, whenever you face something that's really, really hard for you in that moment, you kind of forget about everything else you've been through. You've been with him for 5 years. So that you can't.
You're locked in.
No, I'm not saying it's locked in, but I'm just saying like you've been with him for 5 years. So y'all made it to 5 years for a reason.
You're engaged.
I mean, you're engaged, but even if I wasn't with someone for 5 years and we're not engaged, I can still leave. I'm not locked in with anybody unless you're engaged.
You're locked in.
They're engaged, Nikki.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, just in general, 5 years. But so y'all got to this point for a reason. Like, y'all made it through like a lot of different things. Now, my question would be, why did you say yes to getting married if you weren't happy with y'all's intimacy? Like that's in your sex life. That's a big deal, So I think that's something that you should have thought about. And if he says that he cannot afford counseling, I would try to look for options for like free, or
Church counseling,
something that
that's
would
free.
Something that's
Counseling,
free,
like sex therapy, or
no counseling.
I thought he was a high earner though.
But even then, so that's what I'm saying. So if
she said he is, and he just won't pay for it.
He won't pay for it. So if you then find another option that wouldn't cost him any money and he's still against it, then I say maybe you have concerns for you have leeway to break off the marriage.
She needs to just call it off.
No, I don't know. So I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's hard to give her advice because I don't know if you're again, like she said, having anxiety because the wedding is coming up, or you just genuinely are not happy. Because my thing is, the 5 years that you've been with him, at one time you've never envisioned marriage, and you've never you've never thought okay, what would my life look like forever with this man? And the fact that now that's come and now you're kind of second guessing it, I'm like, again, are you happy? Are you not happy? Or are you just nervous that this is coming up?
Exactly.
So I can't really give her advice because which one is it? I don't
what's
really understand.
The big red flag for me is that he is a high earner and can afford counseling, and is choosing not to pay for it, and it can better their marriage.
Because they're having true. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie,
but here's the thing: the reason why I don't think that's a red flag on his part, because who said that she has voiced these concerns to him?
She did, because he said he's not going to pay for it.
No, she's just saying that let's just go to counseling. But who said she's actually voiced what the concerns were? Who said that he thinks that there's even an issue? You know what I'm saying? So it's
that doesn't matter. If your partner has an issue with something, you should want to go see about it, and you can afford to pay for it. So why are you not?
But
These are questions I need answers
I
for.
would have to disagree. I feel like if my partner hasn't communicated to me what the issue is, you can't automatically expect me to be like, oh yeah, let's go to counseling. Like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if they're saying that I'm not gonna lie.
But that's what she's saying. Did she vocalize that to him?
She obviously did, because she said he wouldn't pay for it. She did vocalize that to him. But
vocalize what the issues are, not about counseling.
Y'all come on, like in order to bring up counseling to someone, you're talking about an issue. So that's why no one's ever gonna be like, let's just go to counseling.
I mean, they're getting married, so a lot of people do.
But I get that. But there has to be an issue of what got her there in a conversation. And if she brought it up to him and he said, well, I'm not paying for counseling, to me, I'm not gonna, that's a big deal. Like, that is a big deal. He knows you can't afford it. So that means we're not gonna do it at all. I'm sorry, no.
What did she say about her income?
She's a minimum wage. She
a
can't
little bit
afford
above
it.
minimum wage.
I think you need to try to go to counseling for yourself.
On your dime, yeah.
For yourself.
But like, they're a couple.
It doesn't matter. I think
don't marry him.
No, it's not about not marrying him. I think she needs to go. I think you should go on your own and talk about it, because I do think even at my age, when I think about forever, forever is a very long time. And if a wedding is coming and you are having these doubts, it might be okay for you personally to talk through what these doubts are. And maybe you realize those doubts are really there. And then maybe you realize, okay, maybe we really do need to go to couples counseling. Exactly. But I think in this moment, you need to figure out why you're feeling this way. And all these things in the 5 years, like, is it because you're scared? Because forever is a very long time. Or are you really thinking, like, I don't think I want to go forward with this because of this, this, and this? And like we said earlier, like, sometimes you don't have to have a reason.
Right.
Well, and this, you would have to have a reason, but I think if you're not happy, you can leave a relationship. So I think you need to go to counseling for yourself first and navigate your feelings. And then if you still feel from that point, you do want to still marry him and you want to push for couples counseling, then try to go navigate it another way. I've seen where like couples go, one person goes on their own time to talk to the counselor, and then the other partner comes in, because the person already has a perspective. So y'all don't have to necessarily go together, but I definitely think you should go on your own to figure out why you're feeling the way that you're feeling.
But what I'm saying is that he's not trying to pay for that at all. So like, she can't afford it. So it's like,
but she's saying make it her responsibility. So like, if you have to use your minimum wage because your parents have paid for the wedding and he has paid for the wedding, then yes, do that. That's what
I think she should vouch for herself.
Yeah,
she doesn't have insurance.
You have to sacrifice.
Yeah. Like, this is your life, girl. Like, you just count some dollars.
I know, but like,
because how are we putting the blame on him?
I'm not putting the blame on him at all.
We're putting the blame and
the responsibility of him to pay for it.
We're saying that
she's the one with all the issues.
I don't know, like,
because he's refusing to pay for it, she's not able to do counseling at all.
I'm not saying that. It's just like, if you know, like, she's not. I don't know. I already said what I said. So I'm standing on what I said. I just think that it's just kind of odd. If this is gonna be your spouse, like, why would you not want to like assist in knowing what's going on? Like, are you not trying to fight? Like, I just don't understand.
There's so many factors.
We do know that a lot of people don't believe in therapy. So there are a lot of people who, without that belief, they're not going to want to
prioritize it. So he's paying for the wedding.
I know, but I think are kind of missing my point. I'm saying, if he does not believe in something that you believe in, I don't know if this is gonna work.
But also, she can't really stand on this.
It's okay. Like, I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, at the end of the day, these are bigger issues too behind having a wedding. I'd rather not waste money on a wedding and keep all that, and instead of wasting my time on a wedding and having these issues, like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, but the wedding's already didn't pay for it.
I know, but like, I mean,
guess for me,
you know, like, I don't know, like, are we really like holding on to this because it's non-refundable?
No, I don't. Like, I guess for me, I really truly don't think that because he's refusing to pay for counseling, that is now a reason. That's not a big enough reason for me now to say, like, I'm going to cut a marriage. There would have
put it on pause then.
There would have to be something a little bit, like, especially since y'all have made it 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It would be completely different if y'all were like, it's been 6 months and we're planning a wedding and now this issue comes up. I'd be like,
Jori
okay.
said it earlier that it doesn't matter how long. If you want to leave something, you can. Like, non-refundable or not, I just feel like, okay, put it on pause then.
I mean, to y'all's point, like y'all said, has she just saying I want to go to counseling? Because if somebody came to me and was like, I want to go to counseling for what? Like, I've been in the dark all this time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually offended that you think our relationship is so bad at this point that we need to go talk to somebody together
3 months before our wedding.
3 months before the wedding. That would actually really piss me off, because why haven't you been using these
Thank
words?
Yeah.
So so in a sense, it's
and can we work it out between me and you?
Thank you.
Why is the first time I'm hearing about it is from a professional?
Like, you want to get somebody else involved? But let me know first, so I don't get jumped in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's really?
But my question is, like, what's wrong with her wanting to get a professional involved?
There's
nothing wrong, but you should communicate that to your partner first.
Like, I'm just being serious here. Like, what's wrong with that?
I think that's what we're saying is you should communicate to your partner first before you.
I don't know where y'all got that she didn't do that.
I don't know where you got that she did.
Because Oh my gosh.
No, I'm being serious because she didn't say that she communicated these issues to him.
Listen, we're gonna have to move past this one next month.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like it's kind of scary because I feel like being with somebody for 5 years and then all of a sudden, like, you're feeling shame. Even as a woman, I'm just like, damn, like, that can happen to you. So I'm just like, that's why I'm just like, y'all, I don't know, bro.
You really gotta know.
You really have to know. And I don't know, bro. Sometimes you can take that leap of faith and it'll work. Sometimes you be like, damn, what the fuck did I do? So I can't give her advice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what she should do. Because the thing is, the wedding is in 3 months and everything is paid for. And I also, at the best, postpone it. Yeah, you can postpone it.
Pause on it.
I think you can postpone it.
But honestly, I would also advise, like, maybe join a church and go through your church because regardless if you're having issues or not, I do think premarital counsel is best
crucial
for anybody to go through. You know what I mean? So
I mean, without it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be with somebody who
I advise against, like, I wouldn't want anyone to be getting married and not being counseled. Like, I just feel like, y'all, come on, let's do the work.
Because you find out a lot. Like, I have heard that before. Like, a lot of couples break up during that premarital counseling phase because they don't realize, like,
how much they don't align.
How much they really don't align, how many issues they really had until they got into counseling and they're finally like, you know what, we actually shouldn't be getting married.
Look at Legion and Tessa.
Yeah.
Her name was Tessa, right? Risa Tessa.
Yeah. I mean,
they did premarital counseling and the preacher pretty much told her, like, you shouldn't even be with this man.
Who's Risa
Tessa. I think I hate my husband, or why did I get married? Why did I he would gaslight her for years.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I agree there. That's the point I was trying to make. Like, I don't see an issue with, like, marital counseling. I really don't. Especially if, like, she's having these feelings and stuff, and it's like, it's good to go talk to someone there. Like, and I agree with Michelle. Go to your church and get counseled.
And also, and maybe he might not know. You talking about he a high earner? I know he got insurance.
You know what's crazy?
I know he got insurance. Insurance covers the EAP covers the first 6.
Too.
No, but I'm saying, but I don't know what it's like when it comes to couple. Like if they're gonna try to charge both insurance, but at the end of the day, he can use his insurance. Y'all can pay the out of pocket costs for the difference. Like him automatically jumping to, I can't afford to do it. I know he has insurance. If he's a high earner,
I'm not
like
experiencing
also,
something.
Is he not like? High earner, this is not even shade, right? But high earner to somebody who's making minimum wage can really be anything. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you may
he
think
could be
that
60, like 60.
Yeah, you may think he's a high earner
because he makes more than you.
He makes more than you.
But
I'm being honest because he's saying he may not. He paid for it. You're saying he can afford it. How do you know? Since he's already paying for the wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's.
Right.
I think a part of him, like you may not know. A part of him may be coming from like. Okay, you're asking me to pay for more and more and more, and paying for a wedding is very stressful. And honestly, like if you think about, there's a lot of like pop-up bills that come up that you don't even think about. So it's like imagine like you're paying for a wedding and someone's coming to you saying, "Oh, pay for therapy." He may not be trying to shut down therapy, but he may be specifically just trying to shut down an extra expense at this time. Like, okay, right now, not that. So maybe, try and look for different resources.
I think,
Nikki, I don't know why you're looking at me like that. I'm just saying when I hear high earner, I just think rich. I said that. Like, I just like he's rich. I'm like, oh, okay. But now that you broke down what high earner is, okay, it could be anything. It low-key could be anything. But excuse me.
I think if 3 months before your wedding, if you're considering canceling it, you have an issue.
Yeah.
And it needs to be addressed. And I feel you on trying to figure that out before that wedding because why waste anybody's time? I don't care what's been paid for. Let's not waste anybody else's time for the guests who are going to be coming to said wedding. So I feel you on trying to figure out, but damn, 3 months beforehand, you couldn't get to
literally. But you know the crazy part?
Something like that's scary.
I know a lot of.
I know some couple recently, they called it off. And the day of? Not the day of, like 2 days before.
That's scary. I'm sorry. Like, because anybody could fall out of love with you. Like, anybody could fall out of love with you.
Because I have a coworker and she's trying to get an annulment.
Yeah, that's what's even scarier. Don't get married to me. Don't get married to me.
Don't embarrass me.
If you're feeling, don't get married to me.
She's trying to get an annulment.
Why? You can tell me later.
She said they don't get along, but hers is
How
also.
did you not know?
It was an arranged marriage.
Okay.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's all you have to say.
It was arranged marriage.
That makes sense. Why are your jaw dropped?
Okay. I was saying no. I'm like, is it no? I'm rooting for that. Okay.
No.
I was like, no.
No, yeah, but yeah. So I feel her. Like, so that's even scary to me. Is like trying to get an annulment. So
see, and that, you know what? Okay.
I mean, I don't want on my record. I've
That's
been
what I'm
married
saying.
before. I
There's
didn't know it
certain
too.
stuff
No, I wouldn't.
Shit.
Quickness.
Can we even
Let's
know what
actually
the
hurry up so this
counseling?
never existed. An annulment, it doesn't exist. So let's just get this done. But yeah, that's scary to me. Just changing your mind at the last minute. Like, I don't know. Like,
Or like even, a runaway bride.
Or even after like kids or after something big, like I'm just like, oh, that's scary to me. Like, I don't know. Cause it's like, I don't
know. I was talking to a lady and she said once you get pregnant, your man switches up.
And
I mean, we know that.
it could be good, it could be bad.
With that.
Did you not hear all the baby mama dramas we was talking about?
No, it could be good, it could be
I'm
bad.
just saying, like, when you're married, like, they should be switching up.
I mean,
So switch back.
yeah.
No,
Let me
that
tell you
part.
what kind of switching up I'm gonna
I'm
be
sorry.
doing.
So many women be suffering. I'm not here to condone.
You see Cardi?
And that's why
Switch back up on these men. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's not even-
That's fine. We
I'm
don't
sorry.
have to. This never happened then.
And this is
You wanna start
why
switching?
I don't,
Shit.
at least
Switch
for the
back into
podcast,
being
this is why I
single mom.
personally don't encourage like,
Girlfriend.
and I hate to keep beating this down y'all's head, but like
Yeah.
bringing in babies without being married. Because I
agree.
feel like what marriage prevents, it's not, cheating on you. That can happen even if you're married. It takes that extra step of commitment. So like when things happen like this, you don't just get left high and dry. And obviously it can happen, but it's very difficult. And obviously like there's legal binds to it. So you can't just get up and leave without there being repercussions to that. So I just feel like, let's not be dense here. We're not talking about like, it's going to stop you from being cheated on. It's just, let's take this extra step to protect yourself. Because if you can risk your life to have that baby, he can at least do one thing and commit to you.
Yep.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So
That's a stamp. What she said.
clock that.
Because what?
All right, y'all. That concludes another episode with the Petty Party crew. If you have any motos, please email us at pettyparty12814@gmail.com. Also, make sure you're subscribing to all of our platforms. That's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Petty Party Pod on all platforms. Make sure you're also clicking the links in all the bios for anything that we may have discussed in the episode. So yeah, y'all, signing out. This is Crystal, aka Champagne Chris. Bye.
Bye, guys. It's your girl, Joy Aldia.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl, Shelly So.
Bye, everyone. It's just Nick. See y'all next time.
And it's your girl, Paulette. Please follow me on IG and TikTok at Paulette. Holla.
Bye.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.